What's up? This is Sean, and I posted a short earlier this week, and it was about a quote that was resonating. And the quote was, "Do not let someone's insecurities control your possibilities." And how I interpret that is, do not let someone's insecurities limit your potential, your success, your opportunity. And so many different things came up from my life experience, from meeting and working with other people, and hearing all of the different ways that someone's insecurities can limit our potential or the steps that we take. And so, what I want to say here is that if this is happening to you right now, I want to encourage you to know that it's a thing. I say that because sometimes the folks that are showing up in their insecurity are the folks that are the closest to us, loved ones. I'm talking about mom, dad, aunt, siblings, your romantic partner, sometimes your own beautiful babies. um, and how they show up in that insecure place about what it is that you want to do is that they might ask these weird questions that create doubt within you about what it is that you want to do. So sometimes it'll be like, have you ever seen someone do that before? Are you sure you can do that? We're kind of moving out of the time and the age where people are like, hey, like, you can't do that. You're not good enough. We're kind of moving out of that. That still happens to people, but we're kind of moving out of that. And so there are different ways that collectively we show that we doubt someone's potential or their opportunity. And so sometimes it's just the feedback, how people position their body and their body language when you're telling them your dream or your aspiration or this new project that you're going to work on. And they're just like, well, I haven't seen anyone do that before. Like, is it going to work out like your last project? If that's happening to you, my friend, I want to let you know that that is a common thing and to keep going. And I'm going to take a risk here and just tell you what I think that's about and why that happens from more of like an energetic kind of spiritual place. I think when we push ourselves to take what's in our mind and our heart, our mind and in our heart, some idea, some goal, and we make it tangible in the world, I think that process is extremely spiritual. I'm not trying to take us to church here. I promise I'm not. But I do think that in the land of things, there still is this kind of like miraculous spiritual thing that's happening. And I'm going to be talking about that on this channel. So if that's something that ain't your tea, I understand and respectfully take care of yourself, right? But I do think that to have a creative passion or an idea is this spiritual interaction that's happening with you, because maybe one, you've had to get to a place where you've suspended your fear. To even have creative ideas to come to you or to us often means that there has been some hard fixed blocks about how we see life in the world and our ability that is being removed. And so now creativity is flowing. So when you take that thing from your mind and your heart and you make it a tangible thing that we can see, that is a miraculous thing. That is like a miracle that can happen. I heard someone say, everything that you see in reality happened twice. First in the spirit, someone's thought, and then they created it: a table, a chair, a pencil, a sandwich, a cup of coffee. It first had to be something that you thought up in your desire. The prototype of it was created in the mind, and then you use this thing that you could only see in your mind's eye to create it. That is phenomenal. So to just have that happening is a beautiful thing. And I do believe that when people are having that fire, like, I want to create something, I do believe that they're kind of like lit up. I think people look vibrant too. You look like you're becoming enlightened. And for those people who are potentially in this particular moment not in that place, that energy can feel off-putting. That energy is not the same resonance and match of someone who is feeling doubt, who is feeling like they can't move their dreams and their ideas forward. And so when you share that idea and you're greeted with insecurity from them, you feel instantly that it's not an energetic match. Now, this is the caution. When that happens, or if that happens, recognize it rapidly and understand that it doesn't mean that this person does not love you, like you, aren't on your team. It just means that for that particular thing, that is not an energetic resonance. That is not a safe place or person right now to share those ideas with. Okay, that's all. That's all that means in that moment. That's all you can really interpret from that. And that is also an indicator to spend some time deciding if you want to keep sharing that idea out with other people, or maybe you need to just be writing it down and putting things into action in the background, just under the light of the moon, if you know what I'm saying, in the shadows. Because when you continue to share your ideas with an energetic energy of insecurity, of doubt and lack, what can happen is that that exchange that you're having with those people can start to rob you of that light and that joy that is within you about moving this thing forward. And over time, you start feeling like, okay, I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. You start getting into that procrastination space, like, I'll do it tomorrow, or maybe I didn't think of it right. And then eventually the idea, it starts to go away. And then check it out. A year later, you hear about your cousin Freddie that became a billionaire because they came out with that idea somewhere else in the world. Like, it seems like that happens. You have an idea, you don't do it, somewhere else, someone in a whole different place, another world, comes out with that thing, and you hear about them all over television or something. I want to share that with you, and I hope that this message resonates with you. And I'm sharing this message to encourage you to keep going. Genuinely, the more that you create, I'm getting chills, weird energy. The more that you create, the more that you bring beauty into the world, the more we all grow, because this is an infinite society. This is an infinite world, despite the limitations people try to impose. So when you create, when you unleash yourself and you become big and strong and beautiful in a loving humanitarian way, we all grow. So I say, go for it. All right, that's what I have. Take care. Bye.